Oh. Okay. Thank you, Max. I didn't realise that. Thank you. I didn't actually realise that. As I was saying before, I didn't realise I was muted. We don't really have a lot of expectations around here, and oh, I have to go into practice one. Okay. Not a lot of expectations with the Haas. Obviously, it's the worst car on the grid. We're going to try and upgrade it as much as we can over the how many years the series goes on for, in-game years, that is. So yeah, let's get into it. I don't really expect anybody to come through, probably except for you, Max, today, because I don't really have a lot of Formula 1 fans. Oh, here's Will Buxton. Right, so an interesting interview from Will Buxton there, saying about the regulation change being held back. Obviously, usually in Season 2, I know this from my team, there are regulation changes in the second season. So yeah. So Jeff, just informing us about the proxemics of practice, but we don't care about practice. We're straight into quali. Valtteri Bottas goes fastest though. Where's Hamilton in P7 on the hards? To be fair, on the hards that's not too bad. Kimi Raikkonen doing well in his Alpha compared to his teammate in P13. The Ferrari of Carlos Sainz a bit low down. Russell doing well for P14. Our teammate in P15 ahead of Stroll, Vettel, so the Aston Martins, and an Alpine slacking off as well. Are you Bentley also? I didn't realise in chat I was focusing on the game, but hey man. So yeah, really exciting start to things here in so we managed to get 770 points. Yeah, that's my full name. Max probably didn't know that. Yeah, that's my full name. Alright, so one shot qualifying here. We're going to get straight into it on the soft compound tyres. Okay, here we go. 5 red lights. And we're underway here. Look at the straight line speed deficit already in this Haas. Trying to hit the apex there. Oh, this car is really a tractor, but we're going to try and make the best out of it. Although somehow we're quite high up in the order here after the first turn, which is quite surprising here. I know I'm on not too high of AI, but tell you what, if we could pull out something insane here, that honestly. Oh, but we've ruined it. We've ruined it there. We have well and truly ruined it. We're down to P9 now, up to P7, up to P6. We're just behind Valtteri Bottas, as you can see, very lightly here. Oh, I've messed up the corner. I've messed up the corner here through that chicane. Hey John, what's up, man? Oh, that's not good. That is not good. I feel like we've kind of thrown away this lap, although P9 in the Haas would still be incredible stuff. Very, oh god, what, oh no. Oh. 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 This is not looking good. Is that what you kind of look? Oh no, I just like the avatar. Max, it's not really how I look in real life though. So it looks like we're gonna come home for potentially a P8 finish. Wow, I'm pretty happy with that. P8 in a Haas. They got no points last season, so I'm actually gonna take that. You think Marcus streams today? I don't know, Ryan. But hey, man. Also, hey, Ryan. Should you do a face? Well, maybe one day. One day. So Hamilton and Bottas went quickest. Finally, Jeff shuts up. But yeah. So both Mercedes on top, and Verstappen and not Norris and Perez in 3 and 4. Norris P5. Then it's Leclerc P6, Ricciardo P7. Ourselves in P8. Sainz, Gasly, Alonso, Vettel, Tsunoda, Giovinazzi, Ocon, Stroll, Russell, Kimi Raikkonen, Mick Schumacher, Nicholas Latifi. Sort of that, all rounding out the rest of the drivers' lineup. So I'm pretty stoked with that, considering where Mick Schumacher is on the grid. That's a pretty darn decent finishing. Yo, JBC, what's up, man? Eid Mubarak, thank you, man. I hope you had a good Eid today. Hope anybody who's celebrating Eid had a good Eid today. But yeah, sorry about the pose, by the way, as well. I just chose that because I got it on the premium pass. Yeah, very decent result there to be P8 in, you know, a Haas. That's groundbreaking achievements there. And ahead of Bahrain, we are doing the full, well, not the full Bahrain race, the long Bahrain race, which on this game is basically the full. So rare bit of language there from Claire. But I remember there was a cutscene I think it was F1 2019 or F1 2020, where if you got released from a team after crashing many times, you get like this cutscene. What did we feed? We went over to a friend's house and we ordered some like pizza, some Indian food. Yeah, it was nice. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the grid lineup here. Am I black? No, I'm not, John. Are you ever gonna play with me? This is how the lineups are looking. Shame for Kimi Raikkonen. He started off really well in practice, but I guess it didn't quite end up going good. So it looks like we're going to go on a soft medium strategy here. Starting from P8 on the grid. I'm usually quite strong around here in Bahrain, so fingers crossed for a good result here. 5 red lights, a slow start from us, but we're underway here. This is fantastic from us, but we're slow. Can we make a move on anybody in front? Oh, I don't want to make contact. Oh, and I've given. Oh, I'm P11 now. Oh, but, oh, Tsunoda. What the hell's Yuki Tsunoda doing? No, we're up against. Oh, I've got damage. Brilliant. I've got damage. I've got that's perfect, isn't it? That's just perfect, isn't it? Of course I get damage on that one. Of course. Yeah, we definitely have some sort of damage, so we're gonna have to pit on that one. That's frustrating. That's the worst possible way we could have started our Haas career. Go to Ethan is yeah, but oh, look at the understeer. Oh god, oh look at the understeer. Oh, this is horrific. But we're gonna try and get past Vettel here, but again, we're in a Haas, so we can't really do much against an Aston Martin, even though they had quite a shocking practice one. They're still a good car. But look at that, Antonio Giovinazzi was trying to have a look at Vettel. Look at the we're going, you know, we're going to have to stroll off the track here. We're having a little walk off the track. What are we doing? Just shows what understeer can do to you. I'm sure I have the license to drive. Yeah, I don't know. Driving in the Haas has really changed me. But yeah, so we're gonna have to dive into the pits here. It just shows what not having a front wing can do. But we slow the car in time. That's gonna put us rock bottom though, on the grid. Probably. Maybe we shouldn't have replaced Mazepin. Maybe we shouldn't, because right now we're following in suit of him. And poor Christian Gunther, on Drive to Survive is not going to be happy whatsoever here. Look at the gap from us to Schumacher here. Now we've got to catch up on the field. We've got a lot of work to do. We've got to push now. We've got to push. I said I was quite good around here in Bahrain, but it seems like when the floodlights are underneath us, we just fell to the pressure. Oh god. This car is really a tractor. I'm used to driving Mercedes and Red Bulls, now I'm having to drive Haas. Why did I choose Haas? I could have done this like McLaren or something, but decided Haas for some reason. Hamilton with the fastest lap. SG plays this game. Yeah, it's a really popular game, JBC. It's a really popular game. A lot of people play it. And I will be playing it on Ragnar's stream. Shout out to Ragnar on Twitch. If you haven't followed him, make sure to follow him. But he's doing an F1 series that I will be taking part in, where it's like a F1 league. Two of his friends and me. One of them's in an Alpine, the other's in the McLaren, and he's in a Red Bull, and I'm in the Merc. In Bahrain, from P1 I went into P3, and he took P1 and the Alpine took P2. The McLaren unfortunately out of the points for both Bahrain and Imola, and I ended up finishing P15 after damaging Imola. Ragnar was the only one who got points in that race, in P6. Yeah, Ryan, that's on purpose. I haven't created a thumbnail. I'll do it after because I just wanted to get the stream out, because the later the stream is, the less available all yous are going to be. So I just wanted to get it up. But we have got a lot of catching up to do here. And from P8, we could be staring down last place, pretty much. I think we could end up getting lapped as well. Mama Mazepin. Just going down this straight. Gap has gone down a little bit on Schumacher, but and Latifi, but it's just not enough right now, and we're really reaping the regrets of yeah, I'm on controller, Max. We're bringing the gap down. I wish I had a wheel, to be fair. A wheel would make things a lot more, well, I wouldn't say easier, but just more fun, because you get to like players like almost as if you're actually driving the car, whereas controller you're just using joysticks. Yeah, that gap is going down to Schumacher. I'm not employing any battery so far. I just want to save that to when we actually get close to some of these drivers. Maybe when they go to pit, we can start to catch up on some of these guys. You slow too hard? Do you mean when I hit the corners? So obviously trying to keep the car between the white lines is pretty important around here in Bahrain, carrying speed out these corners, because sometimes a lot of the curbs can really cause you to have a spin, and we don't want to be labelled the next Mazepin, do we? Yeah, look at that gap from Schumacher. It has gone down quite drastically, so we have got pace in the car, but yeah, we need to start getting close. Yeah, it's not been ideal hitting Bahrain, but we're gaining on Schumacher well, and Latifi well, so I mean, if we beat Schumacher, then it's an achievement around here in Bahrain, considering the start we had on lap 1, picking up damage. So yeah, using the curves just to generate a little bit of speed and traction here. I'm sorry, JBC. I'll read it in a sec. I just need to. When I get onto one of the straights, I'll read it. Sorry about the top left also. That's something to do with my controller. Okay. You're doing really well. Wink, cough, cough. Thank you. So yeah, look at the gap, guys. The gap was only 25 on like lap 2 when we came out of the pits. Now only down, so we are catching. Are we catching quick enough though? That's the question. Really pushing the limits of this Haas car here in Bahrain. A couple of overtakes up ahead. Tell you what, the Aston Martins will be a little bit disappointed with where they are right now. But this is only the first drive of the first season. If we did get last place, then I guess it's okay, because we can definitely improve. I'm not sure what the next GP is of the season after Bahrain. I actually forgot now. I don't know my F1 calendar, because I only started watching it, but like rewatching it Formula 1 recently, because I started in 2014, but then I stopped a few years back, so I just got back into watching it now. But oh, that's not good. That is not good. But yeah, look at the gap now, 17 seconds to Schumacher. Marky, better give him my Eid present. What's your Eid present from Marky? Really? Him to play him in FIFA? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's really pushing the limits of this car. The gap again going down to almost 16 seconds now, but is it enough? You're unsubbing because you want 1v1 you. Damn. Again, trying to get that gap down as much, trying to hit the apexes here. That's obviously going to help generate a little bit of time through some of these corners. I think what would make Formula 1, like new Formula 1 game, even better be live commentary, because I feel like they don't utilise Crofty as much as they should. Because some of his commentary is legendary, you know, and if they had that sort of live commentary, that'd be amazing. Because it's just a simple request, really. FIFA do it, and with EA partnering up with Codemasters this year, they should add it, but I don't know. Everyone listen to Soy Messi. Everyone listen to Soy Messi. I can't really read chats. Okay. Okay. Let's just go this. There should be a race with the Fiat. What? We're not as slow as a Fiat 500. We're not as slow as a Fiat 500. Trying to hit the apex, not quite generating enough speed, but we've lowered the gap well, just it hasn't been lowered enough. We really need Schumacher to have more of a squabble with Latifi. Like, this is very unrealistic. Like, why would Schumacher, trying to prove himself in Formula 1, be content to stay behind Latifi, who's probably the worst driver on the grid? No respect to Latifi, obviously he's the GOAT, but talent-wise, the worst driver on the grid. I don't think that makes sense personally, but Max. Is Ronaldo some tool? I don't know. So Raikkonen has dived into the pit, so has Gasly. Will we get out ahead of them though? This is very crucial for our race. This is massive for our race if we can try and get ahead. I don't think we're going to get ahead of Kimi though. Oh, we are. So we get ahead of Kimi Raikkonen. No, that's good. Is he changing the front wing maybe? Because he spent... Oh god, what the hell was that? Is Kimi potentially changing the front wing there or something? Because very long pit stop there from the Finn, who's going to be retiring this season, I presume. That's when he usually retires on the game. He obviously retired last season, which was obviously this season in game. So hopefully we don't get overtaken by Kimi. I'd like to keep P19, but he has got fresher tyres. Looking at the tyre wear, our mediums are quite worn somehow. I don't know how our mediums are so worn here. Around P16, no, it's P17. It's P17 now. I'm happy to be P19, hopefully with some other people pitting. I don't know when we're meant to be pitting in this race. I don't know if we try and stretch these mediums or something. I mean, they're not really... I don't think we're going to be able to stretch them. We could just hold on to these mediums and then go on to hards to the end of the GP. If we really wanted to stretch these mediums and then really push the hards to the end of the GP, we could try and do that, but that is very risky around here in Bahrain. JBC, I'm not telling you that, bro. I'm not going to tell you that, obviously, because that's just weird. Hitting the apex there. we've done more to keep a 3-second gap to Kimi, which is telling me that we're doing okay here. And the gap has gone down from 25 to 12 on Schumacher. Hopefully he can maybe toss a little bit more. I know he's within a second now of Nicholas Latifi, actually 6/10 of Latifi. Not anymore though. But yeah, look at the tyre wear, not looking amazing here. Hamilton with the fastest lap on lap 10. No surprise there. Hamilton in the first season tends to be on fire. So I expect him to probably maybe battle with Bottas, because usually it's Bottas and Hamilton who fight for the constructors, not the constructors, the drivers' championship in season 1. Well, that's from my experience anyway. It's usually those two battling for it, and Merck usually win the constructors by a landslide. Is that 24-25? Don't know if we'll make it by then, Max, because punctures usually happen around 70% wear, and right now I'm getting about 3% wear a lap, so no, not even 3%, like 5% wear a lap, so I think we could maybe stretch it to lap 15 and then pit on to hards to the end potentially. I don't see us stretching these tyres enough to go onto softs at the end though. I think that's a bit out their realms of possibility, unless we really lift and coast through some of these corners, which will lose us time ultimately, but I guess it will give us a good strategy. But we have done pretty well to keep Kimi behind us, and we've actually held a 3.4-ish gap, 3.5-ish even gap to the Flying Finn, former Ferrari driver. And we're now under 10 seconds to Schumacher. It's a big confidence booster, and we're going off the track here. Why am I going off the track? Trying to reach out, that's why. Anybody else into the pits? I don't think so. Mark probably not streaming. It's a bit too late now, but yeah, the team has suggestion hards now, and that's probably what we're going to go on to. I think that's our best hope here, if I'm going to be honest. Hopefully Schumacher can try and get an overtake on Latifi. Yeah, does Raikkonen have some underbody damage of some sorts? Because I don't know, something. He seems to be very slow in that old Alfa Romeo of his. Corner's my what? I can't reach out. I can't really reach out with playing F1. It's very tough. Now I know how Ragnar feels when I was in chat when he was playing F1. Connor is my gaffer. What? Good corner around there. The gap only 8 seconds now, so again it has been really closed down, but we are going to lose through the damage that we had. We qualified well, but I guess our position just didn't favour us in the slightest here. Look at those tyres. The crazy thing is our front left are at 52 and our bottom right is about 32. So really tyre wear's not too bad on the bottom right, but on that top left that really concerns me. In a couple of laps that could even reach into puncture territory. If your tyre punctures, I mean, we could try our best to crawl it back into the pits, but I think it also spells the end of the GP for you. But yeah, looks like we're gonna end up probably pitting onto hards, then probably having to. I mean, if you can catch up to Kimi, that would be amazing, but we probably won't. We haven't built up enough of a gap to the flying fin here. 25. Oh shoot! What am I doing? Ignore. I just took that out. Max, I actually saw that you posted that on Ragnar's Discord. I also saw one about Lewis. You won't like this. I saw one about Lewis. It says nurse and doctor, not doctor, but nurse gets 25k a year, and Lewis gets like whatever he gets, like all the money he gets. But can a nurse get into Q? Can a nurse get into Q2? And he says neither can Lewis. That was pretty funny actually when I saw it, but it is a bit of a violation, I'm not gonna lie. But we're getting past Alonso here, so we're into P14 now. He's on hard, so I don't think we'll have an issue against him, although he's in an Alpine, so I think we're gonna let Fernando through here without much argument. It would be nice to fight him, but ultimately he's not our battle today. Our battles are with our teammate and Kimi Raikkonen, who's flying high in P16 right now, but yeah. No, but they made it for the Saudi Arabian GP, and I believe wasn't Lewis knocked out in Q1 in Saudi Arabia, if I'm not wrong. P16. I could be wrong though. Ooh. Gotta be careful of that. The old Spaniard who actually signed from my team career mode, but then I didn't have enough money to sign him in January, so we ended up going for Nabaru Matsushita. But yeah, Yuki Tsunoda, we're not really able to close in on him. Anybody wondering how the hell is Nicholas Latifi flying? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, what the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? Wait a second. So riding on board here with Fernando Alonso, he's trying to go into the pits, but so are we. And so he's trying to go into the pits, but so are we here. Why would you turn left here? Why would you turn left? And he's clattered into the wall. We're gonna pit under the safety car, but Fernando Alonso's at the GP there. And I don't know what just happened, but poor Fernando Alonso, El Plan, I don't think he was planning to be in the pit wall. I think it's both of our faults, but because when I was in the heat of the moment, I didn't realise that he was trying to come into the pits here. Yeah, we're gonna go on. We're going to go on to the hards now, to the end of the GP. Where that's going to put us, I don't know. I wonder who else is going to dive into the pits. Kimi Raikkonen's awfully slow here. Why is Kimi so slow? Is it just his car? Is the Alpha just slow today? Or is... Because I'm in a Haas and I'm about to overtake him here. Like, he is being awfully slow. Unless his deltas are not favouring him. Points are still not up out of reach, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure here though, because P13, we're about to pit. Everybody else has done their strategy, and we're behind Kimi. Okay, so we just need to catch the safety car queue now. I don't know how long. I would go on to another set of mediums, but we're not allowed. obviously, because we need to make our required pit stop here. So Kimi's also going to dive into the pits then. Oh, just ignore that. Yeah, that didn't happen. We didn't damage our front wing going into the pits there. We did not damage our front wing going into the pits there. Ignore that. We didn't do that. Okay, just slow that down. Okay, so hopefully, fingers crossed, the team can give me a good pit stop here. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. They've given me one of the worst pit stops in the game, but... So we come out in P19 then, which is basically bottom, but... But it is now safety car running, so... Anything can happen here, and if you really get down and dirty, not in the way that some of you guys are thinking also, if you really get nitty gritty, we can maybe fight for maybe a cheeky P10 here. The safety car really changed things. Alonso, I think that was partly both of our faults. I tried to pull out when he was trying to go into the pits. At first I didn't even realise he was trying to go into the pits. Later though, I tried to pull out, but he decides to turn left. And if he's going to turn left, you're going straight into the wall. So 3-second pit stop. I don't know, Haas haven't got a good car and haven't got good engineers or a pit crew here, because they're not giving me any fortune around here in Bahrain. But I think we can overtake Kimi. Up the roads, Schumacher and Latifi. Latifi is overtakeable, and we have the same car as Schumacher, and I think we're going to be the better driver. Even though Schumacher is 85 rated in the game, I feel like we can pull something out the bag here. I just got to also make sure my tyres are up to temperature here. I'm just going to do in the temperature panel. It's telling me to pass Kimi Raikkonen, but I know I'll get a penalty for that. But yeah, we're not far off the ideal temp, so you just need to get them up to temperature. Ooh, what the flip? Our tyres are cooking. Okay. I don't know when the safety car's coming in. Our gearbox is a bit worn. We've worn our gearbox a little bit, but yeah, up ahead are some overtakeable cars, I think. Some backmarker cars with us, so fingers crossed. Okay, so the safety car's in this lap, guys. Haven't used any battery yet. Let me just move my Lucozade bottle out of the way. So, fingers crossed. Some overtakeable cars, I think. Here we go then. Just putting on the battery here. Oh, that's not a brilliant exit, but I know what we're gonna do here. Going down to turn 1, we're gonna risk it here. We're gonna risk it. We're gonna get the move done on our teammate here, potentially going round. And we get the move done on our teammate there, applying a lot of battery. Maybe even draining the battery on our teammate here, but you gotta do what you gotta do here in Bahrain to get the points. Here's next up, Latifi, Russell and Lance Stroll here. All pretty decent drivers, except for Latifi and Stroll, because they're both pay drivers, but yeah. And we've had a look down. We've had a look down Latifi's inside, or outside even. Jeff likes the overtake, the team like the overtake, I like the overtake. Next up is George Russell, then it's Lance Stroll here. JVC, that is not how you say his name, man. Next up's George Russell, then it's Ocon and Stroll, then it's, I believe, Vettel. Up ahead, then it's an AlphaTauri, I don't know whether that's Pierre Gasly or Yuki Tsunoda. But we've got a good exit on George Russell here, going wheel to wheel with the Williams. Who would have thought? Well, actually, that's not out the realms of possibility. We're going to get the better corner than him. Or are we? Because we're going wheel to wheel here with George. But we've pushed George off the track. We've pushed him onto the grass. We're going wheel to wheel here. We're not employing any battery whatsoever, yet we're still keeping ahead of him almost. George re-overtakes, but we're going to get the move done here. Round the inside. Through to turn one here. Next up is Stroll. Then it's Ocon. Everybody is on hard here in this GP. But here comes George Russell here going for a move back on us. Up ahead though, Lance Stroll. There's no DRS. I was going to say could be getting DRS range. There's obviously no DRS yet. Because of the safety car. But this safety car might have turned our fortunes here from looking like nothing. No, oh no. Right, we're gonna do a flashback. Yeah, we're gonna do a flashback. Yo, Koji's, what's up, man? Yeah, I like F1. I got the game not too long ago, like a month ago, and I started playing it. P15 though. I'm not sure where Max is. Oh, not again. You get to commentate, thank you. Sorry if I keep flashbacking it, it's just some of these contacts are actually stupid. Moving on, P15 now, looking at Stroll's gearbox. But oh, we go deep, and that allows Russell back in. We're gonna lay on the battery here, lay on the battery. Stroll's up ahead still. And Ocon and Sebastian Vettel here, and we're going for a move maybe. We've got the move done. We're now into P14 with the Haas. Stop crashing, yes. But here we go here. Here's next up's Ocon, but Stroll's also coming at me. Up the road, it's Antonio Giovinazzi here, who's somehow P11, even though Raikkonen's having quite the shocking GP. We've cleared Stroll. DRS is now enabled. We're having a look at Ocon here. We're gonna go around the inside, and I've just avoided Sebastian Vettel there. Or have I? I don't think we've not picked up any damage. But Ocon's coming back at me on the other hand though. He wants his P13 back. Up the road, Vettel, Giovinazzi, and then it's an AlphaTauri here. Sebastian Vettel up ahead. Oh, I think there's yellow flags. There is yellow flags. Who's that then? Who's got yellow flags up ahead? It's who is it? It's a McLaren. That's Daniel Ricciardo? I think that's an engine failure. Yes, it's an engine failure. We're gonna have a look on the replay at that. We're gonna have a look at that. Yeah, I think his engine's just gone pop. Yep, the smoke coming out of the engine there for Daniel Ricciardo. Really big shame for him. He's forced to retire the car, and a nightmare way to start the season for the Honey Badger there. a fan favourite for F1 fans, and that's brought us closer to the points now, because it's only Antonio Giovinazzi. Obviously his teammates proved that his car isn't the best on the grid. Hey Reese. But here we go now. It's Seb up ahead, then it's Antonio Giovinazzi, then it's us in our Haas here. We had a disaster on the opening lap, going from P8 to P20. We're going to lay on the battery here. We're going to also use a little bit of DRS. I'm good, thanks Reese. We're really pushing here. We're really pushing. I can see Sebastian Vettel's made a move on Antonio Giovinazzi here. We've gone deep. We've gone really deep here. We're going to lay off the battery. We're going to have the DRS on the Italian stallion here. Antonio Giovinazzi. He looks weak. He looks vulnerable. We're going to try and make a move here. Can we get the move done? I think we had contact. I think we had contact with Antonio. Who cares? Who cares? Because right now the only man standing in our way of points is the Aston Martin on his debut race for the Aston Martin team. I think it's going to be our only chance of points here if we overtake Seb. And we're going to have DRS on him. If only I didn't mess up that last little corner there. Sebastian Vettel turning. Oh, it is so tight here on these hards. Our hards are in the prime right now, so they're the best they could possibly be. We have a couple laps fresher hards than everybody else here, and we're on the Aston Martin's back here. We can see the Aston Martin logo on the back of his rear wing. We're gonna have a look, maybe. Oh, we're gonna have DRS here. We're gonna have DRS to work with here on Sebastian Vettel. Can we maybe make a move on the straight here with 7 laps to go? 7 laps to go. We go for a massive dive bomb. Can we make... We can. We get the move done. See you later, Sebastian. I don't care about your world titles, because there's a new era here for the Russian, well, not the Russian team, the American team, sponsored by the Russian sponsors of Dmitry Mazepin. Well, they aren't anymore in 2022, but in this game they are. We're into 10th now. We've got a singular point to our name with Tsunoda up the road. We might have been a bit scrappy to get here, but I tell you what, it might have been all to play for. Oh, I've messed that up. I have messed that up a little bit. I'm going to get a bad exit, and we're not going to have any DRS this time out. We're in the points. We're in the points. I'll tell you what, Vettel's not giving up though. Vettel's not giving up. We've got a good gap to Giovinazzi, but the Aston Martin's dangerous. Gonna lay off the battery there, try and save as much as we can for that final lap of the GP, because that's really the lap that I think we're going to be most vulnerable in. I see Yuki Tsunoda up the road, but he's just not close enough right now, which means we are going to be a sitting duck to the Aston Martin. Can we hang on the straight? Can we hang on the straight? I think we can. We're actually gaining. On Sebastian Vettel. The crowd loving it. I can hear in the background. We're in the points currently with only 6 laps of racing to go here on the opening day of this Ural Kali Haas Rtg. I think everybody usually goes for Williams RTGs. Formula 1 YouTubers usually go for the Williams RTG because they have a lot more history, but I thought, why not switch things up with the Haas here? Worst car on the grid. And I'll tell you what, we are... Malcolm wonders here, has Vettel picked up damage? Because he's now 2 seconds behind, or basically. Maybe we've given him damage. We're hanging in here though. Hey, by the way, Coach, just hope you had a good Eid, man. Eid Mubarak as well. Sorry, I forgot to say. We got an Eid today, man. If you are celebrating today, I know a couple countries celebrated tomorrow, I believe. Do you see this one tomorrow? but I think that's only like 2 countries. I think one of them's Mali. Can we hang on? It looks like we can. It looks like we're maybe on the back of Yuki Tsunoda soon as well. We could even get P9 here, which could be an incredible recovery. It just shows Alonso's mistake has really opened a door for us in the fact that we can still get something from this GP if you really push, and that's something as a massive point here. There we go then, Yuki Tsunoda, who's in P9 at the moment. There's Yuki Tsunoda though. Sorry if I'm not reading chat. It's hard to read chat on some of these corners. I will read them on the straights, because there are quite a few straights around here, but we're now in TRS range of Yuki Tsunoda here. Tell you what, who would have thought? We've got a rocket of a Haas here. Earlier I was saying it was a tractor. Now I'm saying it's a rocket here. And we've now got a DRS on an Alpha Tauri. The Alpha Tauris who are looking for good points here. Surely some of these guys have got damaged, because we are working miracles in our old Haas here. Can we have a look around maybe on the outside? No, we can't. Nor the inside, but we are again gonna have that DRS on the Japanese driver, who a couple of people are saying is going to be replaced next year, which I find kind of fair, because he's been amongst the points in a lot of races. But obviously the gap from him and Gasly is quite a bit, so I can understand why they might be looking to give someone else in Formula 2 a go. But yeah, Tsunoda looks vulnerable here. Tsunoda looks very vulnerable, and once again we're gonna almost contact with him, but we're gonna have a little bit of DRS to work with here. Come here, Yuki. Not in a weird way. Very close to his gearbox there. Don't want to make contact this late on, especially with pretty much 4 laps left, 5 laps left of racing around here in Bahrain. I think it's going to be down the straights is where we get the move done. Maybe down here, because we're going to have DRS on the Japanese. I've 400 Qatari was, so nice code juice, man. We're gonna brake a bit late here. We're gonna go for it, going wheel to wheel. It's gonna allow us to have a little bit of DRS back on Yuki here. This is lovely wheel to wheel driving with us and the Japanese driver there. We brake and we get the overtake done. We've just overtaken Alpha Tauri. Next up is Pierre Gasly. Is that within the realms of possibility? Can we get our P8 back that we qualified in? That would just be unheard of, you know, from P20 to now being P9 and looking down maybe Pierre Gasly's path. Oh. Take care, Kujis, man. Thank you so much. Oh, what have I done? That's a bit of a small brain moment now. We can hang in there. I'm very thirsty, sir. I will be getting a drink in just a second. But it's Yuki Tsunoda. Battery, yes, battery will be deployed. I did forget that, so thank you, Max, for being my Jeff. We're gonna have DRS and battery down the straight, which is bringing the gap down, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to make a move. But again, it's like a couple laps ago. DRS gonna be available. Cheers, Jeff. Oh, I've made contact. I've made major contact with. That was a bit controversial for me. I'm not gonna lie, but who cares? We're fighting for points here. Something Haas haven't been able to do in quite a while. Well, not this year, obviously. This year, Kevin Magnussen carrying them to victory, but pushing. Again, the gap going up slightly. Got to keep an eye on that top left to see the deltas and the time, if it's rising or not. But to me it is. No worries, Ryan, that's fine, man. We're clinging on here by the skin of our teeth. Oh, but Yuki's gonna have a look back at us. Tell you what, me and Yuki are having a lovely little battle. I'd love to see how many more battles we're gonna have this season. But we've done it again, and we're gonna have DRS to defend from. Tell you what, I hope you guys are enjoying this wheel-to-wheel racing. I don't know how much longer we're gonna be live for, but lovely little wheel-to-wheel driving round here in Bahrain. Oh, we've got and there's yellow flag. Yellow flags? Don't tell me someone else has got an engine failure. Don't tell me. Who's got an engine failure? Science has got an engine failure! Wait a second, no, we have to check that on the replay. Something has happened. Yuki's my rival. But so far he is, but what I do want to see is what's happened to Carlos. It's another engine failure. First it was the Mercedes powered McLaren, now it's the Ferrari engine, by the way, which kind of worries me because obviously Haas are powered by Ferrari, so our engines are made from them. So I hope that little engine pop doesn't mean that we're gonna have similar fate here. I mean, that must be heartbreaking for Carlos Sainz because that's valuable points for the Ferraris lost. Push. I mean, P8 from where we were on lap 1 to have regained P8. I mean, the safety car has royally saved us here. But going on to the last lap here, all the battery is gonna be drained here. All the battery here, but no, Yuki Tsunoda yet again coming at us. We're gonna have to go for a move here. We're gonna have to. Oh, we've squeezed him, but what an overtake to get the move done here. I'll tell you what, lovely little three-way battle there. Yuki Tsunoda and Sebastian Vettel are going wheel to wheel down. Tell you what, it's minor points, but it could end up being big points when we look back at the end of the season here. At the standings, we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there by the skin of our teeth. Vettel's overtook Tsunoda, so that's heartbreak for Yuki. But I couldn't care any less here, because right now, as it stands, it's P8 in a Haas. JBC thinks he can run at about 200 miles an hour, which fair play to him, you know. World record of Max Verstappen wins in Bahrain. I don't think Max wants to hear that. I don't think Max would have wanted to hear that, but Max Verstappen winning here, that doesn't concern us right now. We don't care about the Red Bulls. What we care about is winning. Not winning, but this feels like a win here, because we're gonna come home for a P8. That is massive, but Max Verstappen takes the lead in the drivers' standings, and he's going to help Red Bull in the constructors. I think they lead now, unless it was P2 and P3 for the Mercs. I think it's a bit too late for Marky to stream now, JBC, to be honest, but yeah. So it's P1 for Verstappen, Hamilton P2, and P3 for Sergio Perez there, so I don't think we got driver of the day, because technically we only went from P8 to P8, so the game won't give us that, because we haven't really actually technically gained any positions, because we did qualify P8, but sorry about that, but what a performance by us. That is absolutely massive. So yeah, that is how it rounds out here in Bahrain. It's Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, Sergio Perez, Valtteri Bottas, Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc, Pierre Gasly, ourselves, Vettel, Yuki Tsunoda, Esteban Ocon, Antonio Giovinazzi, Lawrence Stroll, George Russell, Nicholas Latifi, Mick Schumacher, who I'm pretty happy with his position, although there were the 3 DNFs of... Well, actually no, Sainz didn't DNF. Sainz didn't DNF. He finished the race 2 laps down. That's actually interesting. Yes, it is JBC. Vroom vroom. But yeah, 3 DNFs there. Sainz, Daniel Ricciardo, and Fernando Alonso. Or technically Sainz wasn't a DNF, but yeah. Kimi Raikkonen not starting off the season that well. A shame our teammate couldn't make it past Nicholas Latifi and George Russell, but I guess that's Formula 1. Looking at the driver's standings then, it's Max Verstappen who takes the lead from Lewis Hamilton, Sergio Perez, and Valtteri Bottas. Lando starting well in his McLaren, with Ferrari and AlphaTauri also doing well. We round off that list being in P8 for the Haas. Then it's Sebastian Vettel, the only Aston Martin in the top 10, with Yuki Tsunoda joining Pierre Gasly in the top 10. Then it's Ocon, Giovinazzi, Stroll, Russell, Latifi, Schumacher, Raikkonen, Sainz, Ricciardo, and Fernando Alonso, who round out. So yeah, El Plan. Bit of a small brain moment for them, actually. I didn't check the constructors. So the constructors, Red Bull take an 11-point lead over Mercedes. McLaren take P3 with the only 10 points coming from Lando. Same for Ferrari, the only 8 points coming from Charles Leclerc. AlphaTauri doing pretty decent. We round off in P6 on the grid for the constructors, and bottom of the grid for the constructors is the Williams. So yeah, pretty sound start to the season there. DNF basically means did not finish. So yeah, basically all Max's did not finishing the race basically. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the Bahrain GP. I think you guys can vote down below. Do you guys want one more Grand Prix, or do you want to just end the stream now? Anyway, let's get into this interview. Do let me know now. No. So Max thinks we'll do one more. We'll do one more GP then. I'm not sure what's the next GP, but yeah, that interview with Claire, I don't know what it gains you. I guess it gains you some facilities morale, which I guess is pretty important, but for production. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Next race, oh yes, Imola. So that's obviously where the legend Ayrton Senna died, Ragnar's favourite driver, as we know. He died on that circuit, so hopefully we can help. Is it technically classified as one of our home races, as we are powered by Ferrari? It's our power unit's home GP, so it is a pretty big Grand Prix. However, one thing we need to focus on here is we do have quite a few resource points, so we will get this halo here for ourselves, and I'm down to the chassis here. We haven't got anything for the chassis, so I think we can do the powertrain here. Yep, so we can do some spark plugs. That should be good to go. I'm ending after one more GP, and that is the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix on the 15th of April in this series. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're gonna do, but we do get some meaty resources there. So we've got to redevelop some things, as they haven't worked, which is what you'd love to see. So we'll just have to redo that then, which is not ideal, but it's life in Formula 1. Oh, and another thing's been failed. Seems like we don't have the durability to build stuff. How long does a GP take? I lapse about a minute and a half, and in Imola, yeah, what Max said. I'm trying to. Okay, so we need the monocore structure there. So yeah, difficulties of working with Haas, but everything is failing. Why is everything failing? Okay, the treachery wing flaps are not failing, but yeah, that is very frustrating there. Nothing seems to be working. I'll be back. I'm gonna clean my teeth. Okay, Max, you might miss a bit of qualifying then, or actually the whole of qualifying, because qualifying does go pretty quick. But yeah, no worries. Yeah, the Imola GP, not an easy Grand Prix, but I don't have this game. I mean, if you're a Formula 1 fan, you like the game, to be honest, because it's Formula 1, so yeah. So we're gonna get into qualifying. The good thing is there isn't going to be any rain forecast. I don't like the rain on this game. It is a pain. I've got to go in a few minutes. Will you be back, JBC? Do let me know. But yeah, let's get into Q. Technically, well, still can be classified as Q1. So yes, Mick Schumacher bringing in some R&D points, which is good to see. That will help us redevelop some of the stuff that didn't work out. I've got to go for 40 minutes. Okay then. I'm not sure whether he'll be back for like the end of the stream because we are ending up this GP. But if you're not, take care, man, and I'll catch you maybe tomorrow. We might be live. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure when even. Okay, so here we go then. I had a nightmare when I was playing online in Imola, so hopefully it can go better around here. And that's not an ideal start, is it? So we're P20 at the moment. Okay, at least we're not last. I mean, that's a positive. Ooh. Okay. Don't know what to say here. It's very topsy-turvy. Ooh. Ooh, I've got off the track. We're gonna do a little bit of a flashback. Hey, I'll tell you what, time flies. Ooh. Time absolutely flies. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be P20 on the grid, unfortunately, unless there are some grid penalties. Yeah, look, oh, yeah. I don't really like him enough. I think Ryan's lurking. He's just playing some Among Us right now, he said, so I think, but he isn't like watching, but he is. He has got it in the background, I think. He did tell me, so yeah. I think Ryan's technically here, but that's going to be P20 on the grid for tomorrow, which is not amazing, but I guess we'll have to work with the curveballs that are thrown at us. I'm an F1 fan. Yeah, I'd say I'm an oh, sorry. I'd say I'm an F1 fan. Yeah, I do watch not most of the GPs, but I do watch some of the GPs. A lot of times, yeah. Yeah, John is here. Nice. Most of you guys probably aren't F1 fans, so I can understand why this might not be intriguing for you. Obviously, I'm just doing F1 to as an icebreaker. Not an icebreaker, but like something to change the mood. Get what I mean? Because I feel like the channel's very FIFA dominated. I just wanted to add a different game, which I like. Also, we'll be doing Among Us sometime this week as well, because I know Ryan will probably want that. But anyway, 32 laps of Imola. Starting from the back of the grid. Let's see how we can do. Can we top Bahrain? Probably not, but how much is a Monkston console? I got mine for like £2, JBC. It's really cheap. Soft hard. So yeah, so Engine Supplies Home GP here, so hopefully we can give a good GP here, but 5 red lights and we are underway here. And a good start up against Latifi. And, oh for God's sakes, Latifi. Latifi. Alright, we're gonna flash back here, because that is BS. That is BS to the highest level. So 5 red lights and we are underway here. In Imola. Starting from the back of the grid. It's gonna be not easy, but we've got to work with what we have. So yeah, we're just going to take it calm at the back of the grid here. Work our way up casually. And do our thing. You don't have to rush things around here. Ooh, it's not where you overtake, is it? But we're going to go for it. Oh, we've squeezed out our teammate there. That won't go too well with Gunther, but Look, we got to do what we got to do here. We're not following team orders. We're not following team orders around here in Imola. Thank you so much, JBC man. Catch you another stream, bro. And yeah, maybe catch you tomorrow as well if I am live, or in Marky's stream if it's live as well. But Latifi is on my back. So if I'm not reading chat, by the way, I know John might have said something. It's really hard when you're focusing on the game. Okay. Oh shoot. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry, Latifi. Oh, I'm so sorry, Latifi. I'm very sorry, Latifi. I did not mean to do that, Nicholas. So I'm very sorry, Nicholas Latifi. I've given you front wing damage. I did not mean. I almost crashed into the wall. Yeah, I can't be looking at chat there. Yeah, I'm very sorry to Nicholas Latifi. He is going to be very slow because I've given him front wing damage. But at least that's one place gained, even though we've just done it very aggressively. Yeah, I'm very sorry to Nicholas Latifi. I mean, he was always going to be P20 anyway. He's like, now that Mazepin's gone, he is the worst driver on the grid. So, he was always going to be P20 anyway. But, I mean, he's now 7 seconds behind. So, yeah, I do kind of feel a bit bad now. Because we've just thrown away his whole Grand Prix. So, DRS is now enabled. Carry as much speed as we can around here. I might just simulate the Monaco Grand Prix actually when we get to it, because that is going to be an absolute nightmare when we come to the Monaco Grand Prix. Yeah, yeah, I do feel bad, but oh well. Oh, I am messing up those corners. 41. Yeah, he is long gone. He is going to be lapped soon. I think I took aggressive the wrong way. As soon as he said aggressive, I fully took him out. God, that is very wide there. Can't afford to do that. No, we won't be taking out Mick. We won't be taking out Mick. No, he's our teammate. We follow team orders at Haas. We're not Mazepin, we follow team orders. We started from P20 because I had like a lockup on one of the sectors, and then I decided to absolutely take out Nicholas Latifi and send him to the back of the grid, which luckily he missed. Because yeah, I don't think you would have been happy there for the Canadian. It was similar to the Alonso thing. That's all I'll say. And he had to pit for a new front wing, and he's now about to probably get lapped. But I think we probably got some underfloor damage from that as well, though. So I don't think we got let off unscathed, because we have been losing time to Schumacher. Alright, Jeff, I get it. We're not even okay, now we're 6 seconds, but we were like 5 seconds a second ago. He's trying to give me the wrong information. Tell you what, I hope they replace Jeff on F1 2022. Because sometimes it can be really annoying. Like, no disrespect to him, but sometimes. Oh, for God's sakes, onto the gravel there. That's not what you want to be doing. Been a rough GP. Sorry, I can't reach out at the moment. We're already in P19. I kind of need to focus a little bit here. Then I was going to apply a little bit of batteries to try and catch up, but I thought the gap's 8 seconds. I might as well save battery for when everybody goes out. The pit's Lando Norris. Lando Norris is out the GP. What's happened to him? We're gonna have a little bit of a look on the replay cameras there, because so I don't know where he is, but is this him here? I think this is Daniel Ricciardo actually. Okay, this is Daniel Ricciardo. This is Daniel Ricciardo? Is this Daniel Ricciardo? Yeah, I think this is Daniel Ricciardo. Okay, where's... Oh no, that wasn't Daniel Ricciardo. But where's Daniel Ricciardo? This is Lando. Is that Lando or Daniel? That's not Daniel. No, that is Daniel. So where's Lando? P18 now. I was trying to find the incident that happened with Lando. I guess it was an engine failure. There's been a lot of engine failures this season, and that's ironically the second time the McLaren's gone bust. First time it was around in Bahrain with Daniel Ricciardo. Now it's Lando Norris here in Imola. The Mercedes power unit doesn't seem to be that reliable this season. I hope the Ferrari unit is a little bit more reliable, because what am I doing? Took out the ball out there. He was parked on the side of the road, which indicates that it is an engine failure, or like the engine's gone bust. That's usually where they park when that happens. I know that's where similar place Daniel was parked in Bahrain. So Valtteri Bottas putting up the fastest lap right now. Sorry about that. Actually, you know what? This gives us a good chance check where everyone is. So right now it is a 1-2 for Mercedes, 3-4 for Red Bull, 5-6 for Ferrari, Aston Martin, Vettel's in P7, Gasly, Tsunoda P8 and 9, Ricciardo for the McLaren in P10, and that's how the rest of the grid lines out. So Vettel doing pretty well in his Aston Martin. I have to admit, he's started the season pretty well. He stole that P9 from Tsunoda the other day. When am I pitting? I actually forgot now. I forgot when I was meant to be going into the pits. But I think it's lap 11. Lap 11 maybe? Because I think the tyre wear's not too bad. Teammate status. Okay, so the time last up was a 124.8. Our best lap was a 124.3. So I guess we're not doing too bad. We're still losing time. Still losing time though. I mean, we lost quite a lot of time actually to Latifi. Fair play to him for bringing that gap down. Oh, I've messed that up. Oh, really striker for Celtic. Danny Welbeck. He's not the youngest, but he's a good backup, especially for the Scottish League. Yeah, so I'm pitting onto the hards on lap 11, I believe. Bit of a risky strategy doing the one stop round here, but because you need to carry quite a few pace around some of these corners, and the really fast slicks tyres like the softer and the mediums can be quite OP around here. But yeah, we'll be pitting on lap 11 here. What the hell's going on? My car just stopped in the middle of the road. What's going on with my car? Is my car okay? Vehicle condition. Okay. I don't know why my car just paused randomly in the road there, but that's a bit concerning, because now we've... What's going on with my car? We definitely have some sort of damage. I'm sorry, but what is going on here? What's going on with my car? Yeah, what's going on with my car, chat? Because when I brake and I'm on second gear, it halts on 70 miles per hour. Okay, now it's fine, but yeah, it's a bit weird what was going on. Just shows how bad of a GP we're having, is that Vettel can pit and still come out a good 11 seconds ahead of us. Now Alfman, nice run. I feel like we definitely have some sort of damage around here in Imola, but I guess... What the hell's going on? Have I got an issue with second gear? Vehicle condition. So the only message I'm getting is grip. Or I'm hoping it's because of the softs. And maybe when we go into fresh hards it should be okay, but second gear is worrying me a little bit, so I'm going to try and avoid going too much into second gear and utilise first and third gear a lot more when braking. That's my go-to right now. We're pitting in this lap. Yeah, we are pitting in this lap. Don't worry. Giovinazzi's into the pits. So we are pitting this lap then. I mean, we've really lost out on the pit stops, haven't we? So we're going to dive into the pits now. Slow the car down enough there so that we don't get a time penalty. Come on, Haas, give us a good stop. I swear, we have the worst pit stops ever. Like 3.1. Yo, Creation K, what's up, man? Yeah, thought I'd do some F1 content today. Obviously, on the channel it's only really been FIFA, so I thought, why not switch things up with the worst, the worst car on the grid? But why not? It's kind of a rebuild. It's like rebuilding Norwich in the Prem right now. It's just the worst team. So Mick Schumacher's into the pits. Just shows how ahead everyone is to us. Oof. I think we have got the better strategy. Thank you, man. Thank you, Creation K. Oh, fudge. Okay. Oh, brilliant. Oh, this Grand Prix couldn't have got any worse. Good thing we spun right next to the pits. I think go for Adam Ida, Ryan, but there's only one person who's loaded up. We know it's Pongo. Okay then. Hey, is that Selena L who subscribed? Thank you to Selena L for the subscription. If you're in chat right now and you can hear me, thank you so much for the subscription. Hey, 239 subscribers, so we have gained 2 subs. I wasn't actually expecting that from this stream. So we're actually about to get don't tell me we're gonna get lapped. We're getting lapped by Antonio Giovinazzi. I'd never thought I'd see the day. We're actually getting lapped by Antonio Giovinazzi. Antonio Giovinazzi's lapping us. That's how bad of a day we've had. I'm also we're a minute behind Schumacher. We're a full minute behind Schumacher. Have you seen? Sorry, Creation K, we'll get to your chat in just a second. This track's just it's got a lot of corners, not many straights, so when you got your eyes on the game, it's kind of hard. Okay, okay then, I'll give that a watch, yeah, sure. Thanks for the recommendation, I definitely will give. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I have not seen that movie actually before. Chris, I will give it a watch for sure. But yeah, this GP has not gone to plan. I'm thinking of just retiring the car at this point. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think we're gonna retire the car, guys. Save the engine, save the MGUH and stuff like that. I don't think it's worth it. I think we should just retire now. Sorry, this GP hasn't gone to plan, but yeah, I'll find a safe spot to retire, and that'll be that. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, okay, this is pretty safe. So yeah, we're gonna retire the car here. No, it's... No, you're not. Oh, Chris, okay. Yeah, we have retired the car, just wasn't our day here on track, I think. Yeah, but if Max is still here, you'll be pretty happy with the Mercedes result. They're going back to winning ways here in Imola. Lewis Hamilton tying things up between him and Max Verstappen at the top. Do you have any film recommendations? Films? You know, I quite like the old Fast and Furious films. Those were kind of my favourite growing up. Definitely. Obviously nowadays, I feel like they've overused it slightly. Like, I think there's a lot of Fast and Furiouses now. Maybe too many. So that maybe too many. Other than that, I don't really know. I don't really watch films as such anymore. Yeah, Visas and stuff, yeah. I liked it at the beginning, but nowadays, I mean, they're just not any point anymore, I don't think, but so Lewis Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas. We'll wait for Croft to finish. Anyway, now that Crofty's finished, it is Lewis Hamilton who wins in Imola. Valtteri Bottas P2, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Ricciardo, Gasly, Leclerc, Tsunoda, Alonso, Vettel, Ocon, Stroll, Giovinazzi, Russell, Schumacher, Latifi, Kimi Raikkonen, ourselves and Lando Norris. Us three, the Finn, the Brit and the Brit, all retiring here. The standings show that Lewis Hamilton regains top spot in the driver standings in P1, 2 points clear of Max Verstappen and Valtteri Bottas into P3. Also Sainz climbed up into P5 and Daniel Ricciardo 9. Outside the top 10 is Fernando Alonso with his first point of the season, getting himself up to P13, but other than that, no real changes there. In the constructors, Mercedes leap from Red Bull and Ferrari leap from McLaren after a good showing from the Ferraris. The AlphaTauris keep their spot in P5. Haas stay in P6. Aston Martin P7. Alpine P8 after the point today from Fernando Alonso. Alfa Romeo and Williams still yet to register any points, but Alfa Romeo looking very promising. Not so much with Kimi, but Antonio Giovinazzi looking like a force to be reckoned with, and definitely someone a couple of the top teams could have their eye on. But anyway, guys, that is going to be the end of today's stream. I'm not sure if you can raid anyone. We can raid Pongo. I know Ryan said he's live, or we could just not raid anyone today. I don't know how many people we actually have. Pongo, very close to 10k. Is he still live? I thought you said Pongo was live, Ryan. Pongo isn't live, I don't think. Which means I don't think we really have anybody to oh, actually, you know what I just said? A certain man has just gone live, so we will go over. Ignore this pose, by the way. I chose my character. Just makes him look very weird. But anyway, there is a certain someone who just went live, so I'm pretty sure quite a few of you don't know who they are. So we are gonna drop off, you guys. Thank you for the massive support on today's stream. Sorry that the Imola didn't really go as planned, but it was a good Bahrain GP where we ended up in P8 and in the points. Yep. So we now are gonna drop off a raid. Thank you guys so much for coming through, and as usual, I'll catch you another time. Hopefully a stream either tomorrow or the day after.